Chelsea Football Club, like a student at night time, puts a last-minute bid in for Yildiz and it's rejected. I'm going to tell you what happened, I'm going to tell you where it's coming from, and do we believe it? Furthermore, we've got an update. Isak to Chelsea ain't happening, just like I told you yesterday. The update on Hato, because it's getting interested, it is moving, and more importantly, Ajax are all but resigned to the point that they're countering our offers for us to take it. Joao Felix, well, Uncle George is involved right now, so that only means one thing: this deal is getting done. And finally, a lot of people have been wondering, when is the Chelsea back? When are they back in training? We've got the date that they're back in training, we've got the date that the first 2 pre-season games are on, and the first 2 Premier League games. All I'm going to tell you now, it's cramped. It's like the London Tube, and it's an absolute myth. Are we even going to be match fit? We need to talk about it. But before we get started, number one, yes, I did go and get a trim. This is me. This is the Kavkas View. Still here, still doing our thing. I just look completely different because my beard's fixed and my hairline's decent. But before we get started, number one, hit that like button because it's the best way you can support the channel. Number 2, subscribe. We are 12 people away from 42,000. Guys, I need to get to 50,000 by the end of the year. The only way that happens is if you lot subscribe, and I always promise consistency and quality. One thing I do on this channel is consistently bring you the news, and number 2, it's always quality. I don't bring you nonsense. I tell you what's good and I tell you what's not. Let's keep it stepping. I go to bed yesterday and I wake up. All of a sudden, there's breaking news. People are reporting it and I'm like, this is mad. This is absolutely mad. All of a sudden, my Turkish brother is linked with Chelsea. Yildiz, gel buraya kardeş, gel buraya. Hey, listen. If we get Yildiz, I'll be very excited. Because in recent months, what I've been doing is, I've been watching a lot of Yildiz comps, a lot of Yildiz minutes. I've even been watching some full games of Yildiz. Him and Simmons are both impressing me. Both players, Xavi Simons and Yildiz, they come take my money players. You know, there's certain players, right? Hey, he runs for the team, he does his job. There's the, oi, he's a decent player. And then there's, come take my money. These players, you give the ball, you're sitting on the edge of your seat, you're watching him at the bridge, you're watching him at the San Siro, you're watching him at the Emirates, you're watching him at the Camp Nou, you're watching him in any stadium, and all you say is, he's a baller. And I love players like this. You know, players that are direct towards goal. Players aren't scared of turning over the ball. And what's happened? Apparently, according to Gazzetta in Italy, Chelsea had a bid last night rejected. I don't know where this came from. I don't know whether this is true. English reports have not picked it up. However, it was a 65 million euros bid rejected. Why do I believe that this could be true? Number one, the Xavi Simons deal has stagnated from a debating side, right? All of a sudden, the player wants to leave. He has told the club, and now Leipzig has said, you can go, broski. We just want 70 million euro. And the problem here is, and this is the interesting part, Leipzig don't want to budge on this move. They want to make a profit. You need to remember, they literally operate on a profit basis. They don't care what they win. As long as they make money, they don't care. Chelsea, on the other hand, they believe Xavi Simons is worth 55 million euros. So this could literally be, A, Chelsea just telling Leipzig, hey, if you don't sell Xavi Simons now, we'll go get Yildiz. The problem here is, Juventus want 100 million euros for Yildiz. You see the problem here? Juventus don't want to do business. They don't want to sell him. They think he's absolutely brilliant and they're not interested in selling him. And I can't lie to you, I agree with them. He is absolutely phenomenal. And if I was a Juventus fan, I would be moaning. The old lady has already suffered enough, all right? The fact that now they are coming back and they have one gem in their team, in Yildiz. I don't think they want to lose my Kardash. I don't think they want to do that. So at this moment in time, I'm telling you right now, as a Chelsea fan, I hope if we don't get Xavi Simons, we go for a Yildiz. However, as a Yildiz fan, somebody that loves the player, I hope he stays the hell away from Chelsea and just develops and becomes the star that he's meant to become at Juventus. Because I think if he comes to Chelsea, there's a risk he might get lost in the shuffle. I don't think he has enough of a track record like a Xavi Simons where I am confident enough that his game will translate into the Premier League. Because Xavi Simons has got numbers in PSV, numbers in Germany, and he just looks more refined and ready for the next level. Yildiz is still a bit raw. So it is what it is. Yesterday, there was a bomber. Now, Isak absolutely dropped a bit of news on us to the point where everybody stopped. It's one of those moments where everyone was like, hey, Matt, this is actually happening. Geezer, what we doing today? You know what I mean? Let's go get a pint. Oh, mate, have you seen what happened? Have you seen what happened? Bloody Isak. It was one of those, you know? Everybody stopped, everyone went on their phone, and everybody realized one thing. This guy has Newcastle at the palm of his hand. And there are two solutions right now. Arsenal are not coming in for him. They got Victor Gyökeres and he got his number 14 shirt, which is, for me, very weird. I think he should have been the number 9. Number 14 is Thierry Henry's shirt. For me, if Arsenal should retire that shirt. That's just my personal opinion, right? But it is what it is. The key here is, and this is the big one, right? Chelsea can't get him. Fabrizio said Chelsea aren't interested. They are content, keyword content, with Jackson, Delap, and Joao Pedro. Firstly, we are not content. We are very happy. That front three is a very good front three. Please do not use words like content. We have got quality. Finally, we have got quality up there. Delap, young shooter. Jackson, young shooter. Joao Pedro, young shooter. And best part of all of this is Joao Pedro looks like he's about to explode and become the next big thing. Nicholas Jackson's got a chip on his shoulder now. Show us what you're worth. Those 14 league goals prove to us that you can become someone that can get 18. Delap, brother, you want to beef everyone. How about you step up now as well? You know, physicality, a little bit of development. Those 12 goals you got at Ipswich, let's see if you can replicate it off the bench for Chelsea. I feel like we're in a good place. But what made me laugh, and I think this is going to make all of you laugh, was Ben Jacobs' article, right? There was a little brief that came out because two people said it. Sky Cava and Benjamin Jacobs, right? And clearly, they both were told the same piece of information because it's not a coincidence that within 10 minutes, both of them come out with a similar narrative. Chelsea do not want to be used as a pawn in speculation, right? And do not want their name assigned with players to inflate prices, basically. That's what they said, right? And for me, it's hilarious because Alexander Isak is the type of player, if he becomes available on the market, we should have been all over it. However, we've played our cards. We need to live with the cards that we've played. But what I don't like is, astaghfirullah, we can't do this. You know what I mean? Like, we can't do this. Oh my God. At this moment in time, we can definitely not do this. At this moment in time, how dare you use us? How dare you use us and link us to a player we don't want? We've spent 3 years wanting every Tom, Dick and Harry under the sun. Genuinely, for 3 years since Bluco came in, we've been running around the club like we're T-Pain. Like, you know, running around throwing money left, right and centre. Genuinely, if you lot remember the song Got Money, T-Pain and Lil Wayne, go and look at the music video. It's been Chelsea just throwing money around left, right and centre. Joao Pedro, will take him. Lavia, will take him. Isedo, will take him. Enzo Fernandez, will take him too. Santos, will take him. Anyone, will take him. Now all of a sudden you don't want to be linked with people? Come on, behave yourself. What I find hilarious is we're linked with Garnacho every day, but that's fine. But Isak, no, we can't be linked with him. But on to some positive news though. Gerald Hato, I've been corrected a few times. Gerald Hato apparently got left out. Not apparently, he did get left out of his pre-season friendly game. Ajax have left him out. Chelsea had a bid go in. Chelsea's bid was rejected and they counter-offered. This is coming from ESPN. What I'm going to tell you is, if a bid comes in and you don't want to sell, why would you counter it? Use your brains. They're ready for him to go. He's asked to leave. He's basically put in a verbal transfer request. He told them, I want to go and join Chelsea. It is what it is. At this moment in time, I feel like it's a matter of when, not if. And I think we are getting that star of a player. A left back that can be an understudy for Cucurella. It can be an understudy for Levi Colwell. Or Levi can move to the right. If he's that good, then he can go into it. We are getting an absolute monster of a player. He's quick. He's intelligent. He's good on the ball. He's strong. He is everything you want in a centre-half. And he's only going to get bigger, stronger, develop more, become more experienced, know how to deal with situations. I can't wait to see this player develop in front of our eyes. There are certain young players, when you acquire them, you just know this is only the start. If you look at it, right, when we bought Enzo and Caicedo, we all said they're going to be brilliant. When we bought Romeo Lavia, we knew he was going to be amazing. When we are buying someone of the caliber of Hato, you just know, give him the right environment and God forbid no injury, he is going to be a brilliant player for us. Maybe not this year, but in a few years' time, with the development, the education he's going to get at the bridge, it's going to be brilliant. I think another player in the league, by the way, that we should watch out for, and I think is going to take the next step this year, Euro at Man United at the end of the year is going to be spoken about like the next big thing. I promise you, that guy is so good. So good. Like, I don't think he'll get enough praise because he plays for United. But I think if United aren't good for another year, he will be pinched. He is that talented. There are 3 things certain in life, right? Death, taxes, and if you need a deal done, call Uncle George. Especially if you're Joao Felix. Joao Felix's career, you all know, has not been good, right? It's been good on paper. When Joao Felix retires and has his grandchildren around him, Joao Felix is going to run the biggest agenda on himself you're going to ever hear. He's going to tell his grandkids, hey, listen, I started at Benfica, guys. I went to Atletico. I went to Chelsea. I came back to Atletico. I went to Barcelona. I came back to Atletico. Then I joined Chelsea. Now from Chelsea, I'm going to Benfica. And anyone that didn't live through this period, they're going to say, wow, Granddad, you had a great career. But in reality, I think he's always been in situations that didn't really work out, or he's just been unlucky. Because the first time he went to Atletico, it went well. He got Player of the Year, he won a league title, he did his job. Then he went to Chelsea. Chelsea were in the worst shape Chelsea have ever been. Then he went to Barcelona. At Barcelona, first half of the season, very good. Then they realized we can't afford him. We got him at a huge discount. No point in playing him. Why are we developing him? Came to Chelsea. First half of the season, very good. He did exactly what he needed to do. Flat track bully in the Conference League. Anytime he got an opportunity in the Prem, he played. But the manager didn't like him. Milan, let's just say, put it this way. Gattuso, him, it just didn't work out for neither party. But what's going on now? He wants to go home. I'm coming home, I'm coming home. Tell the world I'm coming home. That's what he's singing. But the problem is, Giza, your wages aren't an issue, but Benfica don't want to pay the money. So what happens? Uncle George comes in. George Mendes, he's like Ali Barat, man. If you need stuff done, you call Uncle George, man. You know, certain man say call Ghostbusters. You just call Uncle George. George, he's going to come in now, and apparently he's heavily involved with both parties. He's the intermediary. We know what's going to happen here. He's going to help us move him. Whether this happens this week or at the end of this window, it's going to happen. There's been some stories about Raheem Sterling as well. There's no point talking about Raheem, because I promise you, come back to this video. You're seeing all these links. Juventus, Napoli, Bayern. None of them are going to happen. He will end up either at West Ham, Fulham, or Crystal Palace on a loan that benefits only that club and him. I promise you right now, he will not get the move that he desires, because the move he desires is to stay in the Prem and in London. He don't want to leave. So all these international clubs, you're wasting your time. And with Joao Felix, he wants to go to one place. So Uncle George will help us, and we will say thank you. The final piece of news that we need to talk about is football related, right? Look, Chelsea's players have got 3 weeks off. And as is being reported, the players are expected to return on the 4th of August. 4th of August, all the players are expected to return. And we've got a little bit of a predicament here, because Estevao is returning as well. But the first game is on the 8th against Bayer Leverkusen. This game, I want to get tickets for. I'm trying to get moved to go and watch it. So I chatted to my boy. He's trying to get me a ticket. A little bit pricey, I'm not going to lie to you. You know, for a pre-season friendly, £40 is a bit mad. But we will be there. If we are there, I promise you I'll be vlogging. I will be vlogging. It's the one time where I'm going to go, because I think we're going to see the Club World Cup. And I want to see it. I genuinely am excited for this. Plus, we got Milan 2 days later. Rafael Leão's going to be there as well. That would be exciting to go see. And then 7 days later, we got Crystal Palace. 5 days later, we have got West Ham away. Guys, I've got one question that no one can answer and no one knows the answer to. And anyone that says they know the answer to this, they don't, because it's unprecedented what's happening. How are we going to be fit enough for a Premier League game by only having 2 pre-season friendlies? Some people said, because they've only had 3 weeks off, but basically their fitness is not going to be as much of a problem. So they're just going to come in and hit the ground running. They're already 2 games and they're going to be raring to go. I don't think it works like that. I really don't think it works like that. Furthermore, are these players, most probably they've got their physios with them and they're going to stay in shape while they're there. But there is match shape. I'm really worried. And what I am going to say is performances don't matter in those 2 games. I actually think the first 3 games, they don't matter. Then international break comes, and that's when I feel like I really hope our players don't go. What I think and I want to happen is, we get 9 points from our first 3 games and we scrape those wins. Yes, of course, if we can win them in style, beautiful. But performances don't matter. It's all about results. What I hope is Eze is no longer at Palace. I hope Mateta's at United. I hope Palace are absolutely drained on anyone good that they have. Plus, West Ham. I hope West Ham are terrible next year. To the point where we go to Upton Park and we crash on them to the point where Potter's in trouble. But I don't know. This is a very interesting situation. There is no right answer here. I don't know it. Maybe someone is a medical doctor or a physio or someone that watches the Kavkas View community, because we've got everyone watching, man. And you guys can educate me. And I'm honestly, I'm not even being sarcastic, because I've got no clue how players could come off the beach and then within 2 weeks be ready to play a Premier League game. But Joao Pedro did it technically, you know. But even with Joao Pedro, right? He had one game where he had this warm up, and then after, he was ready to go. I don't know how that's going to work out. Listen, hit the like button. Like I said, we're 12 people away from 42K. We want to get to 50 by the end of the year. Subscribe. You made it this far. Peace out. I'm out. Have a nice day. Up the Chelsea.